All right, here with brand new IBF World Champion Shawn Porter. Shawn, first of all, I want to know, did this win anyhow erase the sting of that amateur loss that you had to Devin Alexander back in the day, or is that still something you haven't gotten over?
You know what, not at all. And the more people started to talk about it, I thought about it. That may have been maybe my 4th or 5th fight ever. So, it was a blessing to be in that ring that night and be able to get the job done the way I did. So that's all that matters to me.
I talked to you before you left. You said you were a 4-1 underdog. You felt like you were kind of disrespected there. Early in the fight, obviously that wasn't the case. When did you know in that fight that you were a 4-1 underdog, and in fact you should have been the other way around maybe?
You know what? I wobbled him in the 3rd round. I caught him with a good right hand, and I thought we were going home early, man. And you know what though? Experience, learning, understanding what happened at that point in the fight. We went back and took a look at it last night. We'll make the right adjustments, and maybe in the future we'll go home early. But after that punch, after that round, I knew that I had what it took to win the fight. I knew that the whole time, but I think at that point in the match, I kind of rolled over and I said, you know, I'm going to take advantage of this fight, and I'm not going to look back, you know. So I think from that point on, I just put my foot on the pedal and just kept it moving. And 12 rounds later, I was a champion.
Was there a point where you could tell that he knew that he was in trouble?
I think there might have been. One thing we worked on in this for this fight was keeping our hands up, and no matter what, being responsible on defense. And there was a point where I made him miss a couple shots, and I put my hands down. And watching it yesterday, I think, you know, that was maybe the point where I felt comfortable enough that I could do whatever I wanted to do at any point in that fight, and everything would be okay. So it was a blessing, man. The way I fought that night was, nothing short of exceptional for Team Porter. We look forward to doing it again.
That gas tank's incredible, man. I know the announcers kept thinking maybe at some point you'd have to fade. How big a weapon is that for you?
It ain't never gonna happen. Anybody out there that's gonna take on me, you got to do a whole lot before you think about coming into the ring and having more stamina than me. We focus a lot. Everything we focus on is the core and being ready to go 12+ rounds. And that was my first 12-round fight, man. And even coming into the 10th, 11th, 12th round, like you said, the announcers were expecting me to slow down a little bit. But that's what Team Porter's about, man. We're about doing whatever it takes to win matches, and from round 1 to the end of the fight, doing whatever we have to do. We're locked and loaded every fight, and we will be prepared to go however many rounds it lasts.
Did you feel he didn't respect you, and maybe that was part of his issue too?
Oh yeah. I think he didn't really respect what I had coming into the ring. I don't know if he didn't recognize it or if he chose to ignore it or what happened. But I think when I woke him up in the 3rd round, I don't think he knew what to do after that point. And I think he may have some regrets now, but the good part about it is I'm the IBF champion, and I called a shot. So he can get a rematch or he cannot get a rematch. That's up to Team Porter, not Devin Alexander.
But we've seen in a lot of cases, I mean, obviously you fight to the final bell because anything can happen, but what was there a point in the fight when you said, man, if I just keep up what I'm doing right now, this is mine?
Oh yeah. I knew after the final bell rung, I knew that I won the match. I did not have to hear the scores or anything like that at all. After the match, I just kind of looked into the stands and tried to feel the greatness of becoming a champion, you know. At what point did I know it? I don't know, man. I felt like I controlled the entire fight, so there was never really a point where I felt like, oh no, this fight's not going my way or anything like that at all. So it's great.
Now we're here in a place where we have a lot of great father trainers. We had Floyd Senior's in here, Ruben Guerrero's in here, just had their little thing. Yoel Judah.
Yeah.
You're trained by your father, Kenny Porter.
Yeah.
I see a lot in the gym. It's intense with you guys. Yeah. What's it like training with your father as opposed to someone else? Because you guys can go at it pretty good. What's it like, and what are the advantages of working with someone that's so intimately tied with you?
You know what? I just did an interview with the guy, and he's saying, what can these guys do for the fighters in such a short period of time? And I said, you know what? My dad and I have something that not many other fighters have. I think Zab had it with his father, and so on and so forth. There's a connection that you have. my dad and I, we have that connection no matter what. When it's time to get the job done, no matter what we've been through, what we're going through, anything like that at all, we have that connection no matter what. So we get in the ring and we get the job done through that connection. We have the same mentality, the same goals, the same dreams, the same visions, and you know, collectively we get in the ring and we make it happen. And I think that's the number one advantage that I have against any other fighters. I have a great coach, I have a great manager, and I have a great father who's always looking out for me and knows how to prepare someone, his son, his own, you know, for every match that he has. My dad knows my limits. He knows there are not any. And I know at the end of the day, he's just pushing me because he wants the best for me.
Two more quick things. You'd mentioned maybe Maidana, someone you'd like to have in the future. You were at the Broner Maidana fight. What'd you think of that? How do you think you matched up with Maidana?
It was a great fight. It was an exciting fight. Not very many people saw it going the way it went. As soon as the fight was over, I was licking my chops. I wanted Maidana. He's getting a rematch with Broner. I think Broner may be able to make the adjustments. I think what remains to be seen is can he take, you know, a punch from a true welterweight.
And then last thing is no longer Shawn Porter, Manny's former sparring partner, but it's Shawn Porter, IBF World Champion. How's that feel?
Shawn Porter, the IBF Champion of the world, man. It's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to see Manny and just throw my belt in his face and tell him and look at my accomplishments, you know. But
how'd that feel when you got, you know, you finally got to be alone with yourself and realize you're a world champion?
Believe it or not, man, it took a while for it to sink in, and I'm just driving the ordinary day, just listening to music, nothing in particular, and it just kind of hit me. And I was here in Las Vegas. I looked around, and this is every fighter's dream. Every fighter's dream is to be here and to perform here, and I'm living here, and I'm living the dream of a true champion right now. So it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a blessing.
Shawn, appreciate it. Congratulations again, IBF World Champion. Look forward to your next fight.
Thank you. I appreciate you.